Monster kill!
The battle begins.
Fnatic versus OG, a very hype one, especially since we got to see this same matchup at ESL 1 Stockholm, right?
Exactly.
That was a lower bracket elimination match. This one was a little bit earlier in the bracket, is here where we're fighting for top 3. And last time, OG at Stockholm, they did take it 2-1 over Fnatic.
They had a lot of crowd momentum that event.
True.
This event, I'm not sure who is the better crowd favorite, but I feel like it has to be Fnatic.
I don't know, let's do a
It's
test.
the home turf.
Crowd, can we hear that? Where are my OG fans at? OG? It's not bad, it's not bad. But what about my Fnatic fans? Where are my Fnatic fans at?
Bit of a different situation this time around.
Oh yeah,
if we get to the point where the DJ's chants start coming out again, you gotta think that they're in an advantage.
Absolutely. All right, let's kick things off here for our first game of this best of 3, hopefully a full series. That's what everybody wants to see out of this anyway. OG went for that pickup of the Monkey King towards the end, but Fnatic with the response to the Beast Map feel like that's going to be a bit of a problem for. Agree?
Beastmaster can definitely get out of control of the game. The big question though is out of the lane. This is an Undying versus double melee lane potentially. Maybe Fnatic tries to do some lane dodge shenanigans. At the same time, you can't really throw Alk down there. I'm a bit worried for Jabs' early game, and every Beastmaster player is going to tell you, if your early game is rough, the hero is not the same at all. Master of nothing. At the same time, I'm pretty excited for Chu on this Rubik. This is like one of his siggies, you know? And whenever he's taken away the 4 position from Taiga, pushing him down a little bit, Taiga might be maybe used to it at this point. He's going to take up the Undying, first pick Undying.
Yeah, I mean, Taiga let us know in social media. He says, don't worry, that 5 position, Taiga, it's coming back. I'm going to keep playing that 5, and Chu is going to keep 4 position. I don't know, something about it must be something in the air, man. Stand-ins for OG just sell. Certainly shown so far in this turn. We're good. Did see OG start off with an early. That's a huge good start for him. BZM versus Armel in the mid lane matchup. 2 super skilled mid laners in a matchup that, well, can be a little bit snooty. Dragon Knight is usually heroes that chills out. Not until the mid game that we're super active. It's not a hero that we've seen a whole lot of mid lately. Why do you think they brought it back?
I mean, this second phase was all about stuns for OG. You open Undying TA, you just want to get the control, make sure you can anchor the fights around, play off the back of the trap. So OG, Dragon Knight, Rubik, deal with the puck, get your stuns at the same time. This team really likes having their stuns because, again, they play this tri-core type lineups. You're not going to have a lack of... You might fall in a position where you have a lack of control, and that's where, like you're talking about, all these support players on OG, they love hitting their shackles, love hitting their fissures, love hitting their lifts. It's all about the control. Tri-lane on tri-lane action, a little bit of a throwback here.
Yeah, and I'm not sure, I'm not convinced OG is going to be able to win this aggro tri-lane they've got going out. The toss back. Januel is taking a lot of damage and he doesn't have level 2 yet, so there's no Shadow Rump to protect him. Amar takes the first blood. Fnatic thought they were going to be able to kill Amar. It turns out it goes the other way around.
OG late to the tri-lane and still getting that first blood. A little bit of mischief dodge, a little bit of very fire action, but still.
Nice toss back. This is what I was expecting. Toss back underneath tower into stuns. I feel like this is really difficult for OG to deal with, which means they probably want the creep wave to push in, which it is going to. They've got double range creeps going out there.
Tri-laning into Undying is pretty damn tough. There's not a lot that beats it over the long run. The upside is, theory, they get some early XP and gold for this Beastmaster who otherwise would have had to play into that Dirge himself. So Jabs does get the one-on-one. At the same time, he was kind of getting beat up in this one. Yuragi just taking it to him with the side blades and the damage. He's kind of limping his way to the helm here. Will get it. All said and done, I feel like Jabs is probably happy with this outcome compared to what he was facing down the barrel, which was going to be a rough start. Of course, can always catch up. I think Fnatic just wants XP out of this. I almost think this trialing was a bit of a... They were trying to bait OG into, you know, running around the map, not getting their static lane setup they wanted. propel them past the first 2 levels here, and then they're going to be happy. That said, Jab leading on bottom and just gets side-bladed into... Not exactly what he wanted to get out of Helm that was still on courier and didn't even get delivered to him.
Yeah, you can see how hard this lane is. Not only is the beat dime, you can see, well, he's like, okay, I just gotta... It's typically not what you do as a range 4 position. And somehow missed the easy camp there. So, Wave ends up... Taiga did a nice job earlier. We saw him deny himself basically tier 2, so he could get into this position to help Yuragi. The big reason why they get this second kill in the game.
Laning start for OG here. This is not a team you want to give a laning start. Tends to be, I think, one of the weaknesses you can exploit. They get a lead, they just tend to build it, and they become unstoppable here. A bit worried at how far Jabs is falling behind here. Sure, he got the Helm. Hasn't been able to stay in the lane to any degree versus a dying TA, and Yuragi's just getting world gifted to him.
If they're going to be winning that top lane and the TA is free farming, that just means TA is going to go in triangle pretty fast later, which means Roshan, very early Roshan could be on the table for OG.
Sure. I mean, TA kills it, and at the same time you have Wukong and Undying Tombstone to dissuade the contest.
Oh yeah.
That's like an impossible Roche for Fnatic, especially since Alk is probably going to be on catch-up duty for most of this game. His start is not fun here. Double Wraith Band and boots for Amar already. First blood gold injected straight into his veins, slapping it right back to Palos.
Now, it is interesting OG playing this off-lane Monkey King. It's something that we have seen Amar play a couple times before. We saw it at the Major. In fact, it was used specifically against Fnatic. So that is a kind of interesting little twist.
Amar likes this Monkey. It fits his profile of these like anti-carry offlaners. You see the Razors, you think of these Vipers. Monkey can fit this role kind of subtly. At the same time, of course, it's also a carry. Masquerading is an offlaner where you can scale.
Yep,
but this hero just destroys melee carries on the lane.
Really trying for this one. They do manage to get the avalanche into the toss back. There it is. The Bramble's going to be able to work through the refraction as well.
Kill.
So this is a really nice kill if they can get it, but it's going to take a little bit more, and the Tombstone's already out. They want to fight into that one, and they don't have Shadow Realm for Gen. Well, so he's going to be tossed back again. Fnatic go for an aggressive maneuver, but instead find themselves to be the victim of OG.
This is worst case scenario. Beastmaster not getting anything aggressive. More levels to the Templar Assassin, and the whole time, again, Palos cannot lane top. This is an unlaneable one-on-one. The mid matchup going okay for Armel here. It's just not much pressure he can exert on the Dragon Knight. Double bracer up full stick. This is a lane setup OG's very happy with. All they have to think about is this aggression that can come out from Beast. They shut it down every time. There's no other play options on the map for Fnatic. It's just going to be on catch-up duty, try and get some stacks up for the out. Be defensive. OG don't want to give him that time. Using the catapult mid, level 6 timing for Dragon Knight, 6-minute rune. Everybody looking for it.
They're going to try and punish him with the toss back. Does it snap the coil? It does. Straight into the Bramble as well. Really nice combo there from Fnatic, showing they've got something still that they can do. Even though their previous moves of aggression were a bit stymied, they still able to do something here. Of course, Amar had a nice use of it there towards the end. Palos stuns himself.
Maybe man up.
Palos may have to just leave lane for pre-level 6, which is going to feel really bad. Or maybe he'd go lane in a casket here. Got the word behind the tower.
He doesn't want to leave because there's just no stacks. He was laning with this DJ Tiny. DJ doesn't want to stack and he wants to be killing heroes. Kill mid definitely helped this game a lot. Side lanes for Fnatic. They are just very far behind. They're not side lanes that necessarily get better for them over the long run. Especially this TA, just how farm he is.
So it means a lot is going to come down to Armel and his rotations, right?
Exactly. This is why Fnatic really wants to contest these power rooms and stop the DK momentum. Because that will free up the puck.
I mean, you knew Palos, he was going to die eventually.
Oh, yeah. There's just nowhere for him to go.
And the Siege Wagon is pushing in. So this is going to be at least a decent amount of damage to... They're able to tank for the tower as well for the next creep wave.
Didn't even see this Alk just trying to make some early moves to help defend mid. The next DK form is coming up here. As I say that, he instantly bottle refill. I think Fnatic's play option here is really to play around the coil, try and get some aggressive bait from OG that gets turned around against it.
It's just like the toss coil combo.
Yeah, the
right?
toss
It's
coil.
Like...
The other route is you play around this roar and the summons. Jabs does have his Helm of the Dominator, where he can start to push back against the DA.
True, the refraction is no longer going to be a
Mel's down
defense. Mel, he's show up, spot Tiragi. He's got the coil ready to go, but they not opt.
They're trying to have Palos defend mid while they make this bottom move.
Oh, that's not going to go well. Not with the two supports rotating in. Palos, he's going to have to run down the river away from this tombstone. Turn around, stuns up BZM. It's going to be kind of a close call. They're going to have another round of decay and a shot from BZM, and Palos is going to fall.
Stalling them up a decent amount, forces the tomb drop. It'll probably free up this bottom tower for Jabs as Yuragi leaves the lane from the numbers. Still mid tower. This is exactly what BZM want, and it's pretty much the best move Taiga can make it in the game. Meanwhile, Amar, the silent carry, just continuing to farm top in an empty lane pretty much. DJ leeching what he can. He's leached a decent amount, up to 1,000 gold. It's going to be a slow game for Fnatic. They're going to have to grind out what little map control they have. Try and make the best out of this Greevil's greed.
Which means, like, a lot of it could be the way Fnatic back into the game is playing that defense mode and waiting for OG to slip up, which does come down to the intro fatigue, right? Here, a LAN environment, naturally more draining than OG. First match of the day, long series, tough 1-2. Now they're having to play second series of the day. So we'll
if
see
I
how
know
long...
anything,
yeah?
Amar has the stamina higher than any player I've met. This guy plays 10 pubs a day and flames everybody in all of them. He's used to it, you know?
That guy is max energy all the time.
Exactly.
Palos is undone is being a little annoying, and they're going to make sure he's punished for a move like that. Mel, is he going to be fine? Maybe not. Amar's going to show up. They're going to get the chainsaw off of that. The avalanche might help Amar, but he cannot jump to the other side of that cliff. Palos was able to finish up the creep wave, but
he got his skeleton stolen, man.
Oh, no.
He really just wanted the skellies.
Look how far away.
He's going to be far away for a very long time. This is why Fnatic really want to hold this mid tower, and that type of move, not only isn't that great for them, but it costs them the coil and the resources they kind of need to defend mid. Their last bastion to maintain the camps for Alchemist. It's going to force Palos into this bottom area of the map now, which takes it away from Jabs. Wouldn't be surprised to see Fnatic try and smoke this Beastmaster on the next roar, clear out their own jungle, potentially even defend top, because they're not going to have the option for these super aggressive moves. They have to take the defensive fights when OG gives them and try and make space for this Alchemist to hit.
It is kind of awkward, right? The Alchemist kind of want to occupy the... Right?
Yeah, that's the downside of this tower going down, is it forces them in camps. And as we're seeing Jabs, he's just getting kicked towards mid here.
Long jump forward here, getting on top of DJ. Yeah. Back to safety of the tower, though. Tower, I don't... BZM at a double damage, sweep it in from behind, gonna catch DJ. Follow up here from Amar, he's gonna drop the Wukong's command. That'll easily be enough damage to get that kill, and nobody from Fnatic is gonna rotate to stop this one. So that top tower is probably forfeit, though the Beastmaster is gonna move towards mid. They're gonna spot Chu. You manage to silence him and see if the silence lasts long enough. He has to jump away before the telekinesis is there. They do have all the creeps coming in from the Beastmaster, and Mel on the other side as well. One last sweep, and they do manage to get it. Jabs claims the last hit, though the mid creep wave does die, so they didn't get any tower.
They're getting something on the map. They're wasting a bit of this TA's time watching his friend die. Jabs will now move up into that chop jungle so they can free up the space for Alk. Kind of the ideal map setup that they want to have going on, considering the circumstances. So all in all, that move, Fnatic, maintaining their map control, getting some more vision. John Will had some more D-wards during that whole period. Vision in Fnatic's favor at the moment as well. Very big for them. It's often the best way to abuse this.
Out in the dire jungle, Palos finds way back to the... Expecting some sort of smoke maneuver here. Gee, I mean, they've taken the outer towers. Now it's time to start asserting, planting your flag somewhere on the dire side of the map. the way they're doing.
Here it is, Blink for the Dragon Knight, Deso for TA. Scary timing.
Yeah, if they get the right opening, right, it's straight into the Roshan pit.
And that's why DJ's just super annoying pushing this top lane out. Okay, they're gonna smoke, find him here and kill him. But this is probably the best target that Fnatic can give up for this smoke. A huge wave for BZM to run. A random support who got more gold off the wave. DJ even went phase boots in this game, being a little greedy. Time for Alchemist to kill some skeletons bottom. Time for Beast to shove mid in. Again, I don't think this Roche was ever contestable from Fnatic to begin with.
Yeah.
OG's just gonna force it with the Desolator.
We'll see what Fnatic gets in the meantime, because they probably have a strong idea. I mean, I would expect some sort of move, maybe on mid. But the Beastmaster is actually just farming the triangle, right?
It was just so dangerous. I mean, you overextended the Tombstone. They don't have the best hitters early on in the game unless Beast feels insanely strong to just run in. You have to think about the trap vision. You have to think about this monkey sitting in a random tree might just stun you. Aggressive moves, I think, are still off the table for now. Jab stack this triangle and give it to his Alchemist friend.
Careful with that shockwave there.
I mean, all things considered, this Radiance timing is not the worst I've seen.
Yeah, he's definitely recovered pretty well, because I feel like his net worth at 9 minutes was substandard, but now it's kind of back into a lot. See, I mean, the Radiance just accelerates things even further. There's still this awkward part where Palos and Jabs are occupying the same part of the map and kind of fighting over this.
Same time, OG hasn't built any crazy amount of. Their supports have a little low damage until, you know, minutes. Say that, and Chu does have level 4 Avalanche, which is why they're smoking. It's going to be kind of a map control game from OG. They just want to get all 3 of their cores insanely farmed to the point where
Jabs is here. They're going to spot him.
Someone's getting caught by these.
At this point, would you say, like, Fnatic, these deaths are sort of expected in some way? They just kind of, like, have to aggressively shove out lanes and then make moves like this, where they're going to try and catch the Undying. Not the easiest kill in the world, but a good toss-back snap of the coil does do efficient job.
Lard doesn't want to give him the space.
Oh, barely gets out that fear before the... No reason not to. They can get the stun. The follow-up there, the bounce strike. There's the chain stun, and Armel, well, he doesn't really have much to jump on. He barely gets away to the side. A 2-man stun from Palos. What an insurance from there. And there you have it. Palos picks up the double kill. What an opportunity for him, showing up at just the perfect time.
Global silence strikes again, but you know, what can you do? A lot of silencer in this meta. Amazing 2-man stun for them. That's the kind of overextension that Fnatic want to get out of OG here. If they dive deep, no tombstone for that engagement, the pick off proving super valuable. Exactly what Fnatic want. A fight around their tower. OG cores commit in deep. Gives Palos a free fight here. Puck barely living with the jaunts of Armel here, dodging some right clicks. Absolutely so beautiful.
And this, I mean, that AoE stun, Curse Crown, then they're all just set up. There's nothing OG can do. Second life.
Again, this is not the type of anchored fight OG wants around their Wukong, around their Tombstone. That's a big injection of net worth for Fnatic here.
Massive. In fact, the first time that they've had the net worth lead, which you would expect them to have with an Alchemist lineup, and obtain it. So, goes to say a lot about the way that they've managed their way back into the game. Don't say that they're ahead. It's still definitely OG controlling the tempo of this game. They're the ones at driver's seat. They're the ones going to be dictating this next fight, which is going to be 4-man smoke. Breaks on mid. Nothing come of it.
A lot of movement for OG. Feel that they know they're stronger. They want to control the map. Fnatic just splitting them up, being super annoying to catch. Not super reliable for OG at this point in the game. That said, the start that they have in this game, the early Aegis, the amount they're going to be able to farm on the map with all 3 of their cores. The issue for Fnatic here is, are they going to get to this Alchemist timing and actually engage in the fight? KBs from OG and just the raw physical that's come out from this lineup. You have the Deso, you have the meld hits that are going to come in, and then you have a DK Monkey King on the back of that. They're just going to output an insane amount of damage into this Alchemist. Not going to have armor for a lot of time, and I think that's why Palos is, again, we saw this yesterday, rushing AC here. Radiance, BKB, AC, skipping Blink.
I'm a little bit surprised he didn't go for the Heaven's Halberd. I thought that was
the other option.
Yeah.
I think we were going to see what does he think is going to deal with this physical the most. Jab's even going for this Wraith Pact over the Helm of the Overlord, just trying to help mitigate some of this damage, able to fight into this OG ball. Blink on Armel. Maybe time to get aggressive here.
Yeah,
they have
Blink
to be
with the
careful,
BKB. This has got to be a big power spike for Fnatic, and if they get the right opening here.
Here's some damage mitigation. Frost armor off this Ogre Frost Mage
That
could
is a
prove huge.
monster pickup, actually.
Yeah, it's actually huge for what OG want to do in these fights. Maybe giving Fnatic the confidence to push in here.
OG,
Blink
do not
DJ.
give them the free team fight opener here. But Fnatic are still going to push it.
DJ would really like to get a toss back here and disjoint the fight.
They're going to go for it off the Glyph. They're going to go for the Wukong's command. So you think it changed on the Alchemist inside that nice toss back from DJ.
Save.
There goes the Terrorize as well. They've got the stuns going out onto the TA, but it looks like Palos maybe wants BZM
Palos
instead.
shredding
They're
it.
going to go for the DK. Now turn back for that Templar Assassin.
Just stuck
and
in
they
the
just fly
brambles.
through OG one by one. Your tombstone means nothing. Your tower doesn't mean a damn. They just run down these heroes with the Alchemist. Lost sight, gets the vision, stuns himself, but it doesn't matter. The Rubik's dead as well. 4 dead on the side of OG. They thought they could defend that tower against Fnatic, but they thought wrong.
Fnatic with the ward behind the tower. The Hawks doing all the work there. The toss from DJ absolutely perfect conceptually for how Fnatic wants to take this fight. Uragi doesn't have BKB yet. He's just getting stuck in the brambles from this Willow Shard as well. Ground Boots rushed it, definitely paying dividends. An amazing fight from Fnatic here, abusing their timing to the max. Beautiful silences from Armel on the backside. Of course, that Ogre Frost Mage getting the extra right clicks in the middle of it all.
That was actually, I mean, that toss was so good, but at the same time, Armel and Junwell's response was also so perfect that the toss maybe wasn't even needed.
He might have just been able to stand and fight.
Yeah, he might have been able to because everybody else responded so perfectly.
I mean, a beautiful synchronization of timings. You have the Blink Witchblade for Puck, you have the BKB for Alk, you have the Wraith Pact for Jabs. Really nice itemization here from Fnatic. Even that Willow Shard proving to be immensely useful in that engagement. Fnatic strike back here, pushing the lead up to 5K. Again, the vision game has just been immaculate from them. Still controlling most of the map here. Hawks and wards deep OG side. I don't think OG's been able to get any wards on Fnatic's side for a decent time. Costing them dearly. They just can't read where Fnatic's splitting them up. Now all of a sudden, Palos, Hyperstone, clearing some zombies.
Can you no longer farm zombie? Palos didn't take advantage of that.
Oh, they're looking for Amar.
Oh, but he's got the BKB. Still, though, a BKB expended is a decent win. Decent trade-off for a coil used, especially since they got the tier 2. They're going to be able to take the outpost here. It feels like Fnatic is still going to be kind of running this game until the TA BKB. That, I feel like, is maybe when OG can turn and take these teams a little bit better.
The triple core BKB timing is going to be OG's best way to retake this game, especially for the Roshan fight. I wouldn't be surprised to just see OG play for it, considering they want Fnatic to come into them.
At the same time, that's going to be... Oh, the smoke's going to break. Oh, DJ almost caught him there with the avalanche, but Amar was just a bit quicker.
This is where the vision game means a lot, right? You see this monkey in a tree, you might get a cut. You might just be able to jump him before he jumps you. And at the same time, try and secure this next Roshan. Fnatic pushing hard here. Another ward for OG going to go down. Worried about their ability to contest this next Roshan if they don't see anything. It's going to be a blind smoke, trying to bank on the power of triple BKB, enough to fight through all of the boar slow, potential tossback saves.
I mean, not that OG know, but I feel like a later Roshan is to their advantage. Like, if Roshan spawned right now, I feel like Fnatic could take it pretty easily. But a later Roshan means a chance for BKB. It's on BZN. It's soon going to be on Uragi. So they are going to hit their timing to play for this. We are going to have a big clash.
Problem is, the armor differential is getting skewed heavily in the last few minutes here.
Yeah.
AC done for Palos. Jabs even picked up Dragon Scale phase boots, just trying to pack on any extra armor he has. Fnatic have a very good read on this game, which is if OG can't kill you through right clicks, there is no other damage in their lineup.
So in that case, how does OG set up a team fight? Like, who are they gunning for first?
You have to go in with the DK stun, go in with a lift, chain the stuns, commit with all your cores and BKB, and burst a good core. Ideally, you're looking for Puck or Alk. It's a majority of Fnatic's damage.
Do you think they can burst the Alk?
That's a tricky question. I think they can with the triple BKB chain stun. The question is there going to be another tossback save? Is there going to be a roar interrupt?
He jumps in. Amar goes straight through the BKB. They're going to try and blow up the Beastmaster, trying to lead the damage into him, and it's a little bit slow, but the Wukong's command, they ensure it pretty easily with the Tombstone out as well. This part of the fight, this area is OG's, but Fnatic are outside of it.
DJ
and they're going to play.
Back.
They're going to go back in, perhaps. No. DJ. He was behind them, but it looks like the rest of Fnatic called it quits. They said it's not worth it. Let's not fight into this Tombstone any longer. The trade-off was not bad for Fnatic. Two.
Yeah, especially with the late Rosh, as you said. I think they're happy to get BKBs used and on cooldown. That was a Wukong dying Tombstone anchored fight. Probably the worst case scenario for Fnatic. They still get 2 supports off the back of it. Jabs was pretty tanky there, man. This little armor plus the Frost Ogre is adding up.
Yeah, I felt like
he even
was
went
like
an extra buckler.
Did he miss a Melt Strike or something? I felt like he took no damage in it.
Some 8 extra Radiance mischance, perhaps.
Yeah, I think that might have been it. I did not see a big melt hit. And I was like, is there a heaven? We'll watch it back, because you could watch Jab's HP did not go down very quickly. Yuragi jumped.
Tickling him here.
Oh, he missed! Oh, man. I mean, not that it really changed too much. Ultimately, he died, and I'm not sure if Yuragi could have killed someone.
Probably not. That fight's going to go the same way, but you can see the power of this armor adding up for Fnatic here. Worrying for OG, because their physical is not going to scale to an insane amount in the next 5 to 6 minutes here, which you're just giving up the Roshan, or giving Aegis to this Alchemist who's suddenly going to be at your smacking your build.
We're about to find out. Roshan's going to right now. A little bit surprised he didn't go for the acid spray, grants armor to allies. I feel like that is a kind of natural, like, not a counter, but it's a small answer to, like, Wukong's command.
Yeah, but do you want to sit in the Wukong and see how you want to create a damage test here? I don't know. Palos, the other games we saw him play this out, he took this damage for Greedle's Greed every time. It's a significant amount of damage. Combine it with the Brigand's Blade, and suddenly you're getting the free Sacred Relic every hit.
All right, so
There's
OG,
that Aegis.
Give this Roshan to Fnatic. Surely that means that they think that there's a better timing for them. Like, do you feel like they can just push this game to outscale the Alchemist because they do have sort of 3-cores farm?
Theory, if it goes very late, yes, I think OG's cores kick in, especially if you're talking about Dragon Knight, Ags timing, Mjolnir. These types of items are going to make it hard for Fnatic's itemization to just push through. I'm not sure they're going to get there at this rate, though. Like, Fnatic is hitting huge timing here on the back of this Alk. He got his shard as well, extra Berserk Potion coming in. Again, let's say Fnatic take a fight where Wukong gets used, Tombstone gets used, no one gets caught in it, Fnatic can reset. That's high ground scenario. Yeah, right there. And I don't think you're taking that fight into the Aegis.
Maybe that's a big reason why OG didn't fight for that. They have to be super careful about what that team fight looks like. Say, if they try and execute and they don't actually get the kills required, they're going to have Fnatic banging on their front door. In fact, they're going to go for it right now. Knock, knock. Anybody from OG home?
DJ might give him a warm welcome. He's looking with the Hawk Vision, Force Staff, and Blink. He will be happy to toss anybody back here, force himself back out.
Yeah,
very
OG,
scary
they see that Hawk and they played the distance away. They're going to try and slow down. Ooh.
Early BKB.
Yeah, that's kind of awkward. Palos is like, oh, okay, you stunned me. I'm still going to go. Chemical Rage is about to wear out, though, so it's about time for Fnatic to reset. Don't think they want to fight without that. They still have plenty of time at the age. I feel like there's no rush
up
here.
at 20, another Chemical Rage.
Yeah, they might as well just chill, wait for the next creep.
He in the river, Armel going for it.
They're both gunning for it. Armel, he's not going to go. Or, sorry, Armel picks it up. Amar does not go for it. In fact, he's going to be caught. BKB, turn around, but he's not going to get a kill. He's just got to, he can TP
Doesn't have it.
30 seconds to the trees here in a second, but the coil catches him. Perfect timing from Armel. Timed it perfectly with the BKB racing out.
Fight.
And now there's still a fight going on inside the base, but BZM, unstable concoction going out from the Rubik, keeping this Alchemist controlled for now. The Terroride's going to go and push the Templar Assassin back at the same time, but the range barracks is already dead. Palos is thinking about going for more. The Tombstone's on out. With no Amar and no Tombstone, much of the team fight is just gone here for OG.
This is Rax for sure. Age is still up for 2 seconds. Chemical Rage going to wear out, but I don't think Palos is afraid of much here. No Wukong, no Tombstone. no ability to pull this out deep into their base either. It's a free racks, and there's no reason to let up.
Yeah, there's still 2 minutes left on this Aegis.
Exactly.
I mean, if you didn't stop them before, how are you going to put together the team fight to stop them now?
All right, there's some damage.
Yeah, it's definitely coming out. Okay, second life. This time he'll have the Chemical Rage as well. But Fnatic, Amar is coming back up. Feel like this could be an opening for OG.
They chain stun it right, pulled out back in with a lift. They do have the burst. He will die.
Strike on it too.
It.
Here comes Dragonite initiation, but defensive Force Staffs. The Alchemist was already facing away, so Fnatic had a pretty clean way to reset that fight. Abilities put on cooldown. Dragon for game.
Farm the map. Regal's Greed go to work. Get to your next round of items where you're too tanky for OG's damage. Jabs working towards a Lotus. Going to be amazing versus the single target stun chain that Chu has been trying to pull off. Very quick Force Staff from DJ as well. They know the only way OG wins a fight is if they pull this Alcon and lock him up. More time for Armel to clear the map. He is going to scale into late game puck territory. Scary in any game, to say the least.
It's not Paladin Sword. Yep, it was. Paladin Sword drop for Fnatic. That is a huge pickup for an Alchemist.
Very happy with that one. Strength Link online as well. He's a lot tankier than last time. Again, this Frost Ogre still going to work here.
Yeah,
a lot of
if this
EHP.
is the same one from
Probably his brother.
10 minutes ago. 13,000 net worth lead for Fnatic. OG did hear Avery talk about the fact that they can go late, but will they actually get there? Fnatic made door shut. No possibility for OG to play a 45-minute Dota game. Take him out. 35.
The Hawks in mind. DJ can still go aggressive here if he sees the opening, especially with OG showing on this bottom lane. TA farming it out. Fnatic know OG does not have their full lineup here. Here's the pull-in.
Come in a little bit, but they still do not have their Undying.
He's trying to buy Wraith Pact right now. He's letting the Philosopher's Stone tick up. Finally gets it.
Ooh, what a reaction there, Paolo.
Another Rax down.
Dragon form used.
Again, Fnatic's not trying to end the game off these pushes. They just want to bring OG back, stop them farming, and maintain their vision control. OG has no real good plays outside their base that aren't going to be obvious. Here's that 5-man smoke.
Fnatic should go straight to the triangle like this. Look at DJ's positioning. He's ready to pop that smoke. He throws out the avalanche, but Amar is a little bit quicker. Though, at the same time, DJ did blink backwards very nicely.
Oh, he turns around.
Nice toss back. At the same time, the Dragonite goes for the initiation, but it's Palos who comes through. Does manage to kill the Undying first. Armel almost dead, but he's going to jump down to his orb. Bramble actually hits the Monkey King, but he does manage to land. The Wukong's man onto Jabs. He's going to be terrorized, pushed out of it, tossed over to the Beastmaster. Now dead. Palos hits the two-man sub with Coil. On top of that one, they're going to work on the TA, or trying to, but TA's able to man fight up against Palos. Strike isn't quite enough. The regen's coming through. They're kiting out this TA. Palos keeping away. DJ, he's just going to man fight the Templar Assassin. Let Palos live, and DJ gets the kill. Palos cleans up the last one. 4 dead on the side of OG. Buybacks not available for most, and Fnatic look to just keep their foot on OG's throat.
DJ infusing vision to the maximum there. If he had gotten that Force Staff tree cut, I would have lost my goddamn mind. But the blink outs, the toss back, the combinations. DJ wasting so much of this Monkey King's time, forcing him into bad positions. Armel dancing with danger, narrowly escaping multiple times. The team fight coordination, beautiful from Fnatic. Cannot ask for more. Again, it's such a forced and easy to read move from OG, but they don't really have a choice in this game.
Fnatic keep it going. They're testing the waters, seeing if this Templar Assassin has a buyback. Spoilers, he does not.
Stone dropped early here just to try and dissuade some tower hitting. I don't think Palos cares. He's happy to take up the extra gold.
Working its way through this tier 3. 12 seconds left for the Templar Assassin. OG just trying to stall it out. And Fnatic, they say, we're so far ahead at this point in time, there's no point in trying to force this too much. The TA's back up. We'll respect that. Respect the fact that OG are a very good team fighting team. Fighting into their high ground with a 5-on-5 is dangerous.
Saving grace for OG. Bloodthorn on Groggy. You're seeing the damage come out to this Alk. the extra crits it give. If all of OG's cores end up on this Alchemist or the Puck, they will destroy them in barely any amount of time. This is the one way Fnatic needs to think about losing these fights. If they think about that, they prevent it, they are in the driving seat for sure.
Which is where maybe this Lotus Orb timing is good. Super important.
Yeah, if he can dispel this Alk in the middle of the fight, prevent some stuns, reflect anything. Another 5-man smoke from OG. Fnatic should be reading this, smoking around themselves. They can let the lanes do the work here.
Oh, absolutely. They just get themselves onto the high ground. OG, they're going to be forced back eventually. The creeps are pushing into their base. Yeah.
This is why these moves are so hard. Fnatic just patient. Let the creeps give you the vision. Get the information. If you're in no rush here, another Roshan spawning in the next few minutes. Scotty on this Alchemist. 3,300 HP with over 30 armor. Good luck.
Another late Roshan. Fnatic probably going to be, you know, in a winning game. Advantage just hang out here and savoring the potential victory. Brownstone.
See some of this OG itemization, respecting the armor, trying to go for these Mjolnirs. They have one on DK, they have the DK Shard, they have this Bloodthorn on Yuragi, and even Amar building a Maelstrom into Nullifier of his own. OG trying to itemize to deal with mass amounts of physical resist that Fnatic's pumping out here. I just wonder if it's too little too late. Even Quiver on this TA, trying to get any sort of hybrid damage they can to pump into this Alk. Again, it's all about the jump and the burst for OG.
Okay, OG.
That's where DJ can just mess with them entirely.
Let's see if they learn their lesson from last time. They just try to go straight up to the high ground in this triangle area, and Fnatic once again in the position, they get the tree cut onto the Monkey King. He's going to be changed, done, in trouble. Armel shows up, and they get the burst damage. A 1-for-1 trade-off, but immediate buyback from our Tiny. They go back to the Tombstone, deal with that, and now looking to chase after whoever from OG is still outside of their base, and that means Chew. Chew. Well, Armel actually looking for more. Missed the coil. Eventually, they do get Chew in that jungle area.
This is Roshan.
Yep.
He up in 30. Maybe they have another time to smoke out. It's going to be very close, but the EK form going down. Brilliant tree throw grab from DJ, just picks up a Mars tree and turns it against him. It's the power of the vision that Fnatic's had this entire game. OG buying back the Rubik. They know if they let this Roche go, it's GG.
Look at Fnatic just refusing to leave this area, forcing OG time and time again to fight on a low ground area. So disciplined. They know they have the advantage. They know OG has to come out and contest this Roshan. And they just sit there lying in wait. Waiting to take what is essentially a very advantageous team fight. Got that kind of vision, high ground.
It's this Refresher Shard. You're looking at potentially double coil, maybe double roar. Depends who they want to give it to. See either being pretty effective. The double roar versus these OG BKBs could be absolutely devastating. This is pretty much the last team fight of the game up here if Fnatic wins it. Where does OG choose to take it?
They're not going to the Roshan pit. So that means likely they're just going to have to wait inside of the base. But they are holding around this ward. They think maybe Fnatic's going to slip up in positioning here. Buddy.
Not slipping anything. They just smoke through.
Yeah, just a 5-man smoke. Look at them. So disciplined. Just sticking together as 5. They can't lose a team fight. That's the way they feel anyway. BKB going off from Amar's. Palos tries to go for the initiation. They do manage to get the puck. A huge stun if they can get it. The Berserker's supposed to try to help him out. They're turning around. Roar goes out onto the Alchemist. Jazz now throws his own Roar against the Templar Assassin. They have the Wukong's command out. They're trying to focus down Palos as they can. The Beastmaster goes down next. DJ jumping in and finishing off the Templar Assassin, but Palos has already taken the damage. His first life is dead. DJ barely getting outside the Wukong's command, but Armel gets the coil onto Amar. He no longer has BKB. Palos going to show up on his second life and easily deal with him. The unstable concoction gets the extra stun onto BZM as well. They're letting nobody from OG get out of this one alive. They're going to chase after for more and more. DJ, avalanche off the mark, but it doesn't matter. Chu's going to die next. They spot Taiga. He TPs away successfully. OG gonna have to use the rest of their buybacks, and they will still be left in a 4 versus 5.
Double core buybacks for both teams here. Puck and Beast had to buy for Fnatic. A costly teamfight victory. That said, they are pushing the last racks here. And OG do not have Wukong. They do not have Tombstone. There it gets dropped, actually. I don't think they can defend this without Wukong.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much of their damage.
They're gonna
What
try.
beautiful initiation. The toss back, and there goes Mar.
Dead 80 seconds, BZM. Curse Crown stunned up. Yuragi's trying to find an opening to get some damage in, but he just can't do it. BZM's
Just
getting beat
stunned.
to a pulp, and Yuragi's just sitting there watching. Throws some damage onto DJ, but DJ again and again and again. Two-man stuns, tossbacks all over the place. Fnatic, a clean victory here. Off of what was a bit of a shaky start the first 10 minutes, but the last 25, clean as hell for Fnatic.